I mean, it's a lot of people I like, we won't talk about on the show because we record and welcome everybody to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Dom is off the books trying to tear down people.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm doing.
I wouldn't say tear down. That's a bad.
I might do not do that because
nope, not tear down because you're not hating on nobody.
Comments and I don't be doing nothing. I just
changing my perception. There we go. There we go.
Gotta remember, some people could just be terrible ass human beings. That's my favorite thing to say.
100%.
And sometimes some people just be ratchet.
That's true.
How was your holiday? Welcome back.
It was cool, man. Went up to Chicago, visited family up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to hang out with I went to Soho House in Chicago again.
Nice.
My boy gave because he's a member, he can give you the day pass or whatever. Like, and because the first time I was with him, so I guess I didn't need a pass because I was with him. Yeah. This time I met him up there, and he had to send me a link. I had to sign up for like their like free membership thing to even get in with him.
Yeah,
I showed up later. I was like, dang. He's like, I was like, man, I'm gonna be there in a minute. He's like, cool, check your text message. I'm like, I just told you I'm gonna be there. I'm thinking he gonna come down and get me. Nah, he ain't come down and get me.
And sometimes, and depending on who at the front, they'll let you go, or sometimes they'll still make them come down. That's depending on what's happening.
No. He scanned my thing or whatever. Like for my email, I did the email. It sent me back. I was in the computer, walked right on up.
Yeah, I've been in there, and they still was like, and I'm like, y'all doing too much, but fine, whatever. It's cool.
Then I looked into it. I was like, low key. Let me get another little pay raise. I might fuck around and get the worldwide membership for $2,200.
So you would need 2 referrals. So your friend could be a referral for you, and then you got to get another one from somebody else.
Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna ask him to give me somebody else he know.
Well, listen. Then you got your 2.
Yeah, because it works worldwide, except for the one in Malibu. It said when I researched it, and somewhere else, you got to get
work for Malibu.
The one in Malibu, and hold on, because
I've been to all of the ones out here.
Yeah, like for the membership don't work. You go everywhere. It's
maybe that's an extra. Maybe that's an extra fee because I went with a person that has access globally.
Yeah, no. This is hold on. Let me see. Hold on, because I was looking at. I was like, this ain't because it was so fun. It was so chill up in there, Dom. Like it was like a club little atmosphere on one side, then it was chill on one side where you could just chop it up. The
one in the West Hollywood is nice because that's the one where you can kind of really meet people in network. I feel like the Warehouse is more black, but that one got the pool. The one at the Warehouse in downtown, like it's not even that. It's like the Arts District, but I know the one in West Hollywood. I feel like it had like a podcasting studio because we have like quick videos in there, but you can record like a whole podcast. It was like this whole setup
in the Soho House there.
Yeah, at the West Hollywood one. Now I haven't been to that one in a minute, but the last time I went, it definitely did.
Yeah, because it was
the one downtown is also the Warehouse is, if I'm not mistaken, is also a hotel.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm signing. Look, I ain't already signed in and everything. Because I was like, oh, and I was like, I'll be up in Chicago a lot. This would be. Because he can only get 3 people in at a time, or whatever, and if he's there. And I'm like, but what if your boy get one? We got 6 people up in this bad boy in the shot.
Yes. And then, like there's several of them in New York. You got Berlin. It's in a lot of places because I think they just built. I just got an email about something for Soho House where they was doing some sort of like membership special for some other thing that they have where I think it was really inexpensive, but I'm like, I'll be done signed up for this and then never use it.
Yeah, and I would worry about that to a certain extent.
But if you always in Chicago,
yeah, for work and stuff, yeah,
for work or whatever, meet people, like that's a good place to have your meetings and have meeting rooms.
Yeah, okay. So I'll see which ones they want to let. So It would the little beach house Malibu didn't count. Like you got to like get another kind of pass if you come
Yeah,
out there for that one. And
because that was literally it's like next door to Nobu. That parking lot hell. The parking is hell at that one.
oh, because it's a and for some reason there's another the one in Aspen. That's the other one. You have to get a guest pass. Like you can get in, but you just said you can't. You gotta like let them know ahead of time.
Okay. I don't know. I like Soho House though. It's cool. It's
like,
cool. My macaroni and cheese was a hit.
oh, word?
Yeah. I mean, I can cook though. You know, like I'll be whipping and working in the kitchen. I just made some cookies from scratch today. Some cookie dough from scratch. So, you know, I'll be doing my thing. I'll be doing my third thizzle in the kitchen and having a good time, you know, wanting to be a housewife.
just a couple of steps away.
Yeah. So that was it. That was good. It was nice to spend it with my, you know, like my family or whatever. So, but my dad and my sister didn't come out here this year, and I already sent the message. I was like, "Hey, don't ever miss Thanksgiving again at my house. Like, don't ever." Like we have a tradition. Don't be breaking tradition for no bullshit, and that's it.
Damn, but yeah, it was. I mean, it was cool, man. I mean, it was just cool to be around my aunts and you know, uncle and pops, my grandmother.
Well, pops.
Yeah. That's a whole nother story. Story. I didn't jump bad at none. This first time I seen him since I jumped bad at him last year.
Did you jump bad or did he make you jump bad?
It's semantics.
I got your back. Oh, wait. Before I get cussed out.
Okay.
I met Morris Chestnut and Harold Perinu this weekend.
You met Harold Perinu? That's my dude.
Yeah. We're both saying different. Okay. So my homeboy worked with him on Claws. My friend is a writer, showrunner, different things. And so he hit me up and asked me, did I want to go? I was like, bet, because I think Tay Diggs might be single. So Tay Diggs was not there. I was pissed. And I could have been hanging out with my nephew's son, okay, and my nieces. But you know, it was cool though. And then they saw my bottle because they have a whiskey line, which I should probably take a shot online, you know, so y'all can see how good it is. But yeah, it was nice. I didn't get to check like it wasn't what I thought it was going to be when you think of like a meet and greet. You know, sometimes you get to ask a question, but somebody, the one of the girls was already like in conversation with Morris Chestnut about something, so I didn't want to interrupt. Yeah. So I was just kind of, you know, like I'm cool, I'm standing off to the side. But you know, I had questions for Morris Chestnut regarding Reasonable Doubt, and I wanted to ask him a question about The Best Man and say, you know, in hindsight, when you look back over that, you know, The Best Man, don't you think that, you know, your wife was low-key the villain? Because she knew Harper was your road dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she hooked up with him. Now, was he wrong? Absolutely. But she
you don't get my boy. You don't go after my boy.
I'm not going after him. I'm going after the partner. That's all. But it was nice though. Shout out to Sable Whiskey. Yeah. And that's all.
Yeah, but no, shout out.
I remembered. I was like, it's something I had to tell you. There you
go. That's how you do it. Not until we're in the middle of one of our topics, and then you like, oh D, I forgot to tell you.
My bad.
Now, I'm going to play this man. His name is Dave. Hold on, let me. I just found out about him. Dave Bluntz. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna. He's got 2 clips here. I'm gonna play for you. I'm just gonna. Don't do anything until I'm done with both of them. All right. I don't want.
Okay.
Well, maybe I want your reaction first from the first one. Let me let you do it now, and then.
Okay. So when you say reaction, do you want faces or?
Faces
I'm not gonna say
faces
nothing. Okay. All right. Cool. I can do that for you.
All right. Here we go.
Are really concerned about this 500-pound rapper's health. Dave Blunt's needed an oxygen tank to perform at the 4th annual Juice WRLD Day in memory of the late rapper Juice WRLD. Some people said the hospital bed artist, who is estimated to weigh more than 500 pounds, needed encouragement from the people around him to take better care of himself. It's crazy how he got to this size with his team just watching, one user said of Blunt's. Another fan said that.
All right, now that's necessarily what I didn't want to use, but it's fine for this moment. I'm gonna get something else though. Get hold for that. You can talk now as I pull up something else.
I don't have no words.
I want you to hear. Hopefully, that they don't flag us, because I want you to hear the song he's singing. But because I think we can get it past it if I can get this live version at that same one.
I just don't understand mentally what is he going through. But see, like, because you need some other form of help, not to be performing on stage in oxygen mask on a couch. I just have so many questions.
Oh no, we gonna get some answers.
That's fine. I won't say anything.
You just got questions.
I just got questions.
All right, hold on. All right. Hopefully this is the right thing that I wanted. I got another one. I know this right, but this is this one. Let's see.
Weeks ago, Snoop Dogg posted a clip of 500-pound rapper Dave Blunt performing his hit song The Cup. In the caption, Snoop wrote, "Well, put down the chicken wings and Tata Chip's nephew, and that chair gonna break soon. Get to the end of the cup." Dave responded to the post with a simple comment, "Damn Unk." Others joined in on the roasting, with one user, that guy 8545, commenting, "What's in the cup?"
All right, so now the song is called, one of his main song is called "I Can't Put Down the Cup." I'm tripping off that promethazine. Now we can get in that in a second, but then he gets on stage, and because Snoop, Snoop's got jokes about him, and here we go.
Hey, Chicago, do y'all have a problem with me sitting down on this stage? Exactly. Get the fuck off my dick, Snoop Dogg. I bought her a chain, I bought her a bag, I made her everything. The only thing that I didn't buy her is a new wedding ring. I told her the promise always stay true and never to fuck the team. I know she probably think I'm crazy cause I'm always saying that. But my ex, she did me dirty once I got my heart attached. And I'm steady on the stairs cause they help me to relax. As long as you don't leave me, then I'll probably be alright.
Is that supposed to be his girlfriend?
Yeah. All right. So it's so much going. It's so okay. Let me get your initial thoughts. Go ahead.
This generation is so lost. And we can blame some of the unks for that.
One person we could blame this on.
Lil Wayne, but nobody want to talk about
God
that.
damn it, that's why you my motherfucker, man. Yes.
Him, Future, all of that like this is
really Lil Wayne kicked it off with the styrofoam cup shit, and because that was a subculture thing of Houston for a long time, and he made it mainstream.
I am just genuinely concerned. You do need to put you are morbidly obese, bro. And you talking about Snoop Dogg, get off your dick. Where is your dick? I don't.
He ain't seen it in a long time. I trust me on that.
It probably
he can feel it because obviously he got to use the bathroom. Like he'll lift up one hand.
He probably got a catheter.
Oh shit.
This is disgusting.
No, you
are in the hospital bed all the time. You can't stand up on stage. You gotta sit on a couch.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
With an oxygen tank. So that means that your organs, like your regular body is not getting enough air to your organs where you have oxygen coming in from a machine. Nigga, what? This is crazy. This is crazy. I can't even believe we're talking about this. Like this is
because I think because it and I'm gonna give you some more background on him. Okay, what city do you think he's that he's rapping out of? There we go. That's where let's start from.
I mean, he said Chicago.
No. He's performing at Juice WRLD's
right, which was in Chicago.
He was in Chicago. He's not from Chicago.
How he get there?
What do you mean how he get there?
Answer the question.
Oh no. I saw an interview with him. He said he has to buy 2 seats when he goes on for his show date. He puts that in his writer or whatever it may be. He has to get 2 seats.
That looks like he has to have 3.
Yeah, he says 2 though. So where do you think he's from, Don?
You want to say down south.
Nope.
But I feel like okay. So that's what I'm like. I believe that he's not.
Nope.
Surprise.
There's 2 answers technically, but one of them he's been in the other city longer.
He out here?
It's West Coast ish.
Phoenix.
North of Phoenix.
He in Sedona?
Keep going north.
Not
no. If you could go, Sedona is in the Bay Area, right?
No, Sedona is north. I think north of Phoenix.
Yeah, no. Keep going north. Keep going north. Keep going more north.
But is it in California or in Arizona?
Nope. Neither one.
Okay. Washington?
Nope.
He's somewhere white. He in one of them Dakotas?
No. Go west.
Okay.
Go west.
Okay.
I like this Carmen San Diego episode we have going on.
Now, Nebraska is Midwest. Okay.
No, it's more west.
No. Utah?
Salt Lake City.
Well, because
but he's born in Davenport, Iowa, but he was raised out in Salt Lake City, Utah.
So did he say how he got big like that? Like, what's his reason?
He said he's always been big. That's what he claimed. And he said he was drinking a lot of promethazine and he couldn't put down the cup.
But that don't make you fat. If anything, that medicine will curb your appetite.
I mean, he said he wouldn't get up and do nothing, so he would be eating.
So that sounds like but that sounds like he got a hyperactive thyroid that might make it. So if you have a hyperactive thyroid, it can make it kind of where like your metabolism is fast, or if it's like it can make you overweight.
Hold on, I'm finna Google. I'm just googling how did Dave Blunt's get big.
The fact that this is just really crazy to me.
But no, it's like he's leaning into it though. I think because
I don't think
it's a part of his shtick. It's a part of his shtick at this point, Don.
But for me,
I'm the fat dude on stage with an air thing.
These people, these kids in this generation is so lost, and they're so infatuated and obsessed with.
And I'm sorry, he grew up in Salt Lake City. These white folks that amped him up or whatever to be on some bullshit. That's my personal opinion.
That's, I mean, but
That's the only way. There's no way. Biggie was the biggest rapper we had, and he had to be smooth, fly, whatever, Gucci down to the socks. And this dude just jumps out. It's only somewhere in Salt Lake City you could jump off of and be on some internet shit and blow up with
Black
some of those
and ugly as ever.
But some of these emo rappers, not emo.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the thing that's alarming about all of this is, how people are standing by and just allowing him to be like this and just like, well, that's what he want to do. I get that, but it's also like, nigga, do you want to live? But also that brings me to this statement about, people just ultimately just being, I know mental health and mental illness and all that stuff is a really big thing and it is real. But I'm like, nigga, you like ask you, it's just like your body is not functioning properly. Like, you in the hospital, like these niggas, the doctors are not giving you Ozempic. Like, I don't even know if Ozempic will work for that.
Because he supposedly pops Zans, opioids too. They saying, but
about, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these kids are so fascinated with death, and I'm like,
and who else I'm blaming it on? Wayne. Because before we respected the dealers, now when he came around, we start respecting the fiends. He started this shit, man. And no disrespect to, rest in peace to the brother Juice WRLD. He was a part of that shit too.
Yeah, but wasn't Juice WRLD thing like they got stopped and he popped all of them Zans or whatever and then OD'd? Yes.
Yeah, but he was already he had OD'd already before that on his own recreation.
Yeah, but then ultimately what took him out was that plane got stopped, and so he didn't know what to do with the drugs, and he ate them all.
Yeah. Y'all
gotta do better. Like, that's why our generation was just so interesting. Being able to touch fucking grass. Y'all gotta go touch grass, man. Touch some sand, some water. Get grounded. Find something that you like to do and do it. It can't just be, social media and resting in that. And I know it's hard. Like, I know it's like, because some people really have a chemical imbalance. But man, child. Ooh, child. Yeah. It just made me think of my 600-pound life. And that's maybe what he wanted to be on.
And you know what? I mean, maybe it's a thing of, every generation to an extent has, their trauma and everything, but it's this pill popping and like these, it was I remember when I first heard about acid, that was some weird shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like there were drugs that as a black person that and it's probably for some other cultures as well, not just black people, just white, whoever, but just certain cultures when it came to drugs, where we just were like, that's some different shit. Like, I just do weed. Like, the idea of shrooms, and I know a lot, people strip shrooms, do all this stuff. That's fine. But I'm talking about, like, there was certain drugs, LSD and stuff. Like, you like, man, I don't even know where to get an LSD from. Like, I don't even, like, where do I get that to go do? Like, there are certain drugs, like, you knew where crack was and cocaine, heroin. But there was these other ones, these Xanax and these popping these pills. That's some different shit. And it's like, and maybe, you know what? Maybe I need to blame the government too, because a lot of them, this over amount of pills being produced in this country has leaned to the availability of people being able to get these on street levels too.
Yeah.
So I didn't call myself back around to the government. So being responsible.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff goes back to them, but
that fool said, I can't put down the cup.
I was like, you can put Xanax and promethazine on them. Like the way that
on the government?
Yeah, I can't put that.
Because I think they're letting them companies overproduce that shit and letting it.
Well, but it's also, but it's not like, okay, so then that goes back to, I would say, so then you would have to also include the medical industry on that. Like, I got a doctor.
Yeah. No.
So when I say that, like, I mean, that includes doctors.
Yes.
So what because my dentist would not, give me anything stronger than an 800 milligram ibuprofen when he took my fucking like wisdom tooth out.
Mm.
And I was like, you don't have nothing stronger. He was like, I don't prescribe that. And
but no, I'm saying that doctors, yes, but I'm saying that companies that make Xanax, let's say that the government regulates them and says they can. I'm just throwing out random numbers just for the sake of this discussion. 100 pills that they can, 100 bottles of pills that they can do. They'll produce 150 and send 50 out the back door and let them hit the streets. Is what I'm saying. And somebody paying out for cash through that, and it's some through the back door.
Oh, most definitely.
That's what I'm saying when it comes to pharmaceuticals and stuff. And the government's turning a blind eye to it until it gets to the street level. Then it's like, oh, it's a problem. But how do we even get these in the first place?
But also, I don't think that. So it's just like how Sudafed became a thing, because that's something that is what it meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's how you have like niggas didn't know. And so they're like, oh, this shit got to go behind the counter.
Right. That's a goddamn shame.
Yeah. And they was like, oh, you know, and then they make you sign off on it. And then even now with certain prescriptions, they regulate shit like 800 milligram ibuprofen.
Damn.
Because I know when I broke my toe and I was getting low on it, because I think I could probably take 4 in a day. I wasn't doing that. But as I was getting low, they was like, oh no, we can't give you a refill yet.
Damn.
They was like, you gotta wait until this time frame to get a refill. And I was popping ibuprofen over the counter.
Damn.
So I think it just depends. I think they are trying to cut back on a lot of that stuff, because what's crazy is like, you know, I have sinus issues, like severe sinus issues, which my funny enough, my homegirl was like, hey, it might be because you still got your wisdom teeth. She's like, I'm getting mine taken out and it's supposed to help. So I do buy Sudafed. They have one for like sinus pressure, but they sell that one in the regular aisle. But if I get the Sudafed, and it works for me, if I get the Sudafed that's behind the counter, they don't do nothing for me. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, and I got lean in my like pantry right now from, you know, having a cold.
Oh, I was like,
yeah, no, guys, I don't be though I do have, you know, like a 7-Up in there, and I could, but I don't do that,
right?
Because that's nasty. It's nasty. And yes, y'all cutting it with Sprite, but that just don't even sound good.
But then they put some purple stuff in it too. Obviously the purple stuff, but they be mixing it. There's some lean mixologists out there. I'll say that.
That's so ghetto.
I've had lean before, but I've had like a lemonade version of lean back in the early 2000s, and it was good. I couldn't put down the cup, as the young man said, Dave Blunt's. But that was my one time I was like, I don't like the way this made me feel. I was all groggy and sleepy, like for no reason. Nah, and everything was moving slow. Nah, I'm good.
We need to make that into a Boondocks episode. They're drinking lean.
I can't put down the cup.
Drinking lemonade.
Get lemonade.
Lemonade.
All right. Break down this Draya Michele thing with Tyrod Taylor that you sent. Break this down.
It's nothing to break down. I'm confused as to how you got a whole nother nigga and you are still in your old nigga house. So guys, y'all know who Draya Michele is. She got that baby about that young buck that's in the league. And
the young buck in the league.
I
forgot his name. Hold on.
And his name
Jalen Green. Jalen Green. It's Jalen Green.
Yeah. So pretty much Draya has been engulfed in like this battle for the past year because she's in her ex's house, and Tyrod I'm sorry. Tyrod Taylor, who's a football player.
Mm-hmm.
So now I heard about this briefly earlier this year, how he had been trying to evict her, get her out of his house. So I don't know, you kind of, after 30 days in the state of California, you have squatters' rights.
Okay.
So since they are broken up, and probably because that's just one of his houses, she hasn't left. Now, I don't know if this nigga has not gone to court to file papers, to have the sheriff come, which is also a long process and it can get expensive. But I don't understand how her new dude is even like, girl, you got my baby. You can get the fuck up out of this house. Or be like, okay, if you really like
an extension too for some dumb money.
And or if you really gotta stay in this house, you love this house. Okay, let me call his people. Let me buy it for you. Why are you still in that man's shit? You don't have have no ties to him. You don't have a baby by him. He not paying you in a whole nother relationship. You done got a whole nother nigga. Why are you in that man's house? You are too fucking old to be playing these little childish ass games. Grow the fuck up.
I agree.
Because I am just, when this came out, when I sent it to you, I was like, this is still a thing? I cannot believe this is still a thing. And I'm pretty sure there are even nicer houses in LA than the one that you are in. It makes no sense. And I don't understand. Like I said, I hopefully he at this point, I don't know why he don't have his attorneys involved, because I wouldn't even be communicating with her or saying nothing else to her. I would just have.
Did he say anything there, or is it all through attorneys?
Yeah, I would hope it's all through attorneys, but at this point, you got money where you can get something expedited, and somebody can be at that house changing the locks.
Well, no, that's what happened, didn't it? Didn't they show up? The sheriff and it showed up to evict them.
She's still in that house.
This is crazy.
This is crazy, girl. Like this,
I mean, this is top level bopper behavior, though.
Yeah.
But what I always go back to, you thought it was gonna be different for you, player. You haven't listened to the song by Genuine. What's the difference? Because he taught you the lesson in there. You thought, well, if you did it to him, you'd do it to me. She has a track record of this type of behavior. What do you think was going to be special about you, my man? Yeah. And that happens for ladies too. What do you thought was going to be special about you, Tyrod? Jalen, I give him a little bit of push. I mean, he only 21. I mean, he ain't learned no game. Tyrod, you 35 years old. You've been in this game, player.
Draya and Tyrod dated for 3 years. The relationship got to the point where he graciously bought her that house. But if her name not on it,
no, her name's not on it.
I mean, so technically he would have to do.
No, because she said she was renting it from him or whatever, just paying him rent on it, and she supposedly did renovations on it as well, and she was going to try to buy it in some more years. But you think you that good of a bopper that somebody can just turn up one day and be like, I want my crib back easily?
Yeah.
She thought she had a sucker.
Yeah.
But Tyrod should have been
in a backup quarterback.
He shouldn't have been in this situation with her, period, in general.
Yeah.
You could have just cut her a check and help her get another new condo. You didn't have to go on no business with her, nothing like this with no names or no deeds and stuff at all. You ain't got no kids with her. I get it if you had kids with her, that you would want to make sure that she got a roof over her head and everything. You ain't got no kids with this woman. Let her push on. Let her push on.
And that's the thing. I'm like, y'all don't have any kids, so
no.
But like I said, I think that's where her to want to be in that house. You got a whole new relationship. Let that nigga buy you a house. Yes, you got a baby with.
He just, like I said, he just got a new extension. He got some bread now.
He had bread when he got signed because he had a big contract as a rookie.
Right, but he's got.
Here's the thing. It's like, I mean, if she turn around and sue him for those renovations and he have to pay, because I bet Like I don't know the ins and outs of the.
But we don't even know if it's real innovations. She's claiming renovation.
Yeah, if she would have to prove that she spent money renovating his house, right?
Mm-hmm.
She might be able to sue him for that money back because you put equity into the house, which now has made the value of the house go up. So what you bet that he also want her to come up out of there so he can sell it? Because again, I don't know what his pay grade is. He a backup quarterback.
But he's been in the league a long time.
That's not shade, guys. I swear I'm not shade.
No. But he's been in the league for a while. He started for some years stuff too. So Tyrod should be all right. He all right. Tyrod is okay.
As long as he managed his money right. But I could see him saying, okay, well.
Hold on. I'm gonna put up the salary history for you right quick. I will tell you how much he's made in this. Well, this is not including endorsements, of course. This is just salary. NFL salary. I'm pulling it up right now. Tyrod Taylor has made. Oh, come on. Dang, computer acting slow. All right. His total amount, $850,000. No,
that's not right.
No, that's not right.
Maybe that was his salary this year.
Yeah, hold on. Oh no, that's this year. Hold on. Career earnings $76 million for his career.
Yeah.
76,630,000, and that's not including whatever some endorsements he had, whatever. If he was able to get that going, so he should be all right. I mean,
okay, but we know how niggas.
Yeah. But he shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna put it back on him too.
Yeah, he should not.
You know she's a bopper. What? You thought it was different? You thought you was different, didn't you, Tyrod?
We be telling you niggas.
You thought you was different.
We be telling you niggas and you hoes. Anybody can get it.
I'm not saying people can't change and become different people, but 9 times out of 10, if they did somebody else, they will do it to you. That's just, and I'm not talking about like smaller things that you can correct in yourself. I'm talking about big things like this ain't the first time Dredd and got in somebody's pockets. She just got in this young man's little pockets. There's no way you could explain to me how a 39-year-old woman wants to be dealing with a 21-year-old man in a real way. You can't make me feel no different.
What she say? And Malaysia was like, don't say that. She was like, your whole card could be deleted. And Malaysia was like,
Hold on, explain this. They
was on some radio interview and she was like, I feel like your whole card could be deleted.
Draya said that?
Yes.
It's not about being the hoe necessarily in this case. It's the bopperism to me. And what I mean, this is an old Houston term, bopper, for some people that may not know. This is just somebody that bops around in anything that's popping and moving within the minute to try to make a come up.
Yeah.
Like, she just going, whoever gonna have a bag, her pussy over for it. And there's a lot of women like that. It's men out there that's flipping it, trying to do it the opposite way now, which I'm finding out. Didn't know that was possible.
Dude, the niggas out here be bigger groupies than the women. I've always said that.
Like, it amazes me. Like, we joke all the time about the Megan Good thing. She can really never have no chance with me, to be honest with you, just because it's like I would feel like I just been set behind 7 other cats just wanting to be down Megan Good because everybody else is down on her. And it's nothing, I'm not disparaging her by saying that. I'm just saying, like, what? Damn, what's it like? And it's fine that you've dated other people, but these boppers are different, man. Y'all literally be waiting in turn, like getting on a Ferris wheel. Like, oh snap, it was Jaylen Brown's turn. I'm gonna get in line. I'm gonna wait.
I mean, that's why you have such a high rate of STIs going around, because people just be passing people around.
Yeah, and I get it because one of my homeboys I won't mention. He's in the NBA or whatever, and I was talking to him. Do I have to put in the goddamn chat, man? Shit.
You holding out like that. Listen, you know I'm trying to be a house. No, I ain't really trying to be no housewife. Not like that. I ain't trying to be at home all day. If I was at home, I'm not built for that. Like, when I say that, like, I couldn't just be at home. And not saying that being a housewife. Like, you got people that just want to sit on their ass and be fly. I'm like, I'm my creativity not set up like that.
Because I can't give you any details about this because people will figure it out.
Okay. No. I wasn't.
yeah.
I wasn't gonna do that. I was just trying to see how old he is. Oh, he too
Hold on, y'all.
young.
I'm trying to.
Ain't no way.
What?
Ain't no way.
What do you mean?
Because ain't no way this person is this age.
Yeah, 100%.
Why he look like that, but older than that?
Hey,
Like that man looked double that almost.
no, nowhere close to it.
Obviously, no,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
Ooh. And that's my
But
shade.
because I got
That's my shade. You
we
too young for me. I like my man a little seasoned,
yeah,
aged, if you will, like a
yeah.
nice bottle of whiskey, cognac, scotch.
So he was at Soho House when we were there, or whatever. And me and my boy was like, "Yo, man, like how do y'all keep messing?" He's like, "Dude, it's a tree." He was what he was explaining to. Well, it was a group like 2 or 3 of us fellas sitting there. So I was talking. He was like, "It's a circle of like things." So he's like, "If you date a regular chick, you have they're not gonna understand necessarily you doing all this stuff, traveling, doing all this other stuff." And you may only be around these set of women in general or whatnot,
Yeah,
and you just kind of around it. But I was like, man, but that's different than I don't know why I keep saying boppers since then. These boppers or whatever, like that's different, because you could obviously be like, all right, I'm sure there's other women around, and why don't I mean, and I'm not trying to get in nobody's pockets, but I go pay for me like a little one of the matchmaker people. Yo, find me a dope girl that's a lawyer or a doctor though. Here go 10 grand. Get me set up.
yeah.
And I don't want nobody. I don't want to.
Podcast, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
for sure,
health.
femininity, parenthood, dating,
Definitely
as
dating.
single parents. And it's from a lens of 2 psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
but also two people who grew up like with both parents, married parents, and then you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her siblings and my siblings. So it's from that perspective.
Yeah, looking at life through that lens.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us. From us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
That's supposed to be the
nice
concept.
person.
So that's supposed to be the concept of the league, right?
Yes,
the league,
but they can't
or something like
But
that.
they gotta have time to do that. But I'm saying they ain't got time to even to do that. Is what I'm saying.
Sometimes they do. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be for Simone Biles and her young.
They met in the league, right?
Yeah. And so ultimately, which I hear them niggas like somebody got on there was like, it ain't no different than them niggas still be the niggas that be on Hinge and all of that shit. So
really? Damn,
so ultimately, you would. I mean, what he is saying is absolutely true. And being in those spaces and being around stuff like that, and just depending on it'll be something that could be completely that could be completely coincidental. Like I've had situations where I met somebody at one location, and then it was like a year where I saw this person everywhere. It was a couple of people like that, but that was just pure coincidence. But there are some people that, like they said, you would think that because of access and social media, this wouldn't be a thing. You are fraternizing with a certain group of people, because just think about it from the perspective of Hollywood and how all of them are dating the same people. Okay. Because you're dating people, like you said, that understand your industry, understand that you can be on set working on a movie, depending on if it's a short film or like a full feature, anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months at a time. You got your weekends off potentially, and that's if they don't call you back early or for a reshoot. It's a lot that goes into it. And I know that the amount of games that at least niggas in the NBA play, I know they used to not play like all of those games at first, but I think it's like 100 or something games now that they play.
No, it's still 82.
I thought it was a little more than 82.
The tournament games are part of the regular season too, so they count as regular season games.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I think it's just so that's how you get that happening, and you know that somebody DTF, require that much. Somebody else, it might require a little more time and effort, and this other person will be kind of on call at your beck and call whenever, and you can fly them out or whatever, and you ain't gotta really kind of say
it's about it's your experience. It's the if in this situation, Tyrod, don't take it personal. What I'm saying, it's the Tyrod Taylor experience. This woman is down for this experience because she's the own. His world, their world is built around her. World is built around you.
Yeah.
But I feel like it changed up to a certain extent. The Basketball Wives reality shit changed up. Before, I think that was a solid idea. But now these chicks is bigger, getting big just because
ain't no lines on there.
They ain't even married to nobody more, and they just on there. Or some of them never been married, just boyfriend.
Yeah,
and some of them don't even be no cats that was popping. Some cat on the practice squad. I saw one with a chick with a dude from the G League, and I was like, G. And there's no disrespect, you hustling, dog. But you and your girl should be on no Basketball Wives.
I mean, British husband played overseas.
Right, he never made it to the league. Never. So Renzo never made it to the league.
Yeah, and so
which is sad about how that situation is playing out. Like
they failed that kid, man. That's sad. But a lot of them, I mean, Draya included, like she's never been, married. Hell, like they started it like that. Like none of them really kind of weren't ever married outside of Shawnee. You had Jennifer. That was married. Maybe.
What about Doug Christie wife?
Yes, but she was later, but then everybody else except for I know Malaysia was married, Brandy was married. Which though that
isn't Larry Hughes' baby mom's was when she married on there?
I don't remember Larry. Oh, that wasn't. You talking about Sunday?
Mm-hmm. I just remember she being the girl on State Property, the movie.
Yeah, I don't remember. He had a baby with her, or were they just because that wasn't she like a side chick or something?
It's a baby.
We're not gonna do that here.
No. Ain't no slander for no St. Louis people though.
Yeah, I was like, well, no, because I don't want to say too much or not the right stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just
he be on social media trying to clown the homie and stuff, man. No.
His brother was my friend.
Yeah. Yep.
But I don't know. I just feel like y'all not together no more, and it's just tricky because your name not on the house. It wasn't like it sound like y'all got this house because y'all was together, and he allowed you to stay a little longer, and then now I don't know what went left, but I just think that's crazy that you got some other nigga that's probably got way more. I wouldn't want to be in that house. I just girl just biz house like Nivea what's that girl Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia. Yep. I'm about to biz house.
Yeah, bounce. Just girl, because it's not worth that. So I'm like, do you really want to be in this space? Even if you got to stay or whatever, do you really want to actively be in this space? The feng shui is all messed up. Girl, gone. go and get a house in whatever city your boyfriend in, your baby daddy in, which is what, Houston?
Yeah. He's in
You
Houston.
can get an even nicer house, a bigger house than what's out here.
You know what? You know why she ain't trying to go to Houston? She don't want that boy. She needs some extra. She thought the Tyrod thing was gonna be all right. I'm gonna get the crib. I'll have that locked down. At least if anything happens, I got a crib.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can make my money through Basketball Wives. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Tyrod will pay every now and then.
She left that show years ago.
She's not on there no more?
She hasn't been on there in years. She was only on there for like 2 seasons.
Dang, she was that popular? Shit, I thought she was still on there.
Because she was dating that football player.
Oh, that's right.
But that's not why she just didn't want to do it. She just was like, that's not me. I'm not on that. I'm not trying to be fighting with, girls, because they gonna pull up your old dirt. They was pulling up dirt on her. She got in a fight with what's her face? I can't remember.
She's actually a decent actress. She was on Tales. She was pretty good on there with what's my boy that played Ricky Bell in New Edition movie. And he was in Hairspray too. He's in Hairspray too. Oh man, he was in what he was in hold on. And it had my boy from shout out as I'm talking about it, shout out to Johnson with our homegirl Risha Archibald, St. Louis's own. The season 4 is our own on Hulu for y'all to check out.
I'm trying to save the last. I ran into Risha last week. I think I told you.
Yep.
I meant to text her. But
executive producer that
yeah, I'm trying to say like the last 3 episodes.
Well, this season?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. This season is actually real good to me. This season actually it's interesting with that. I mean, at some point we may need to discuss. We
need to just do a separate show because I'll be talking to the TV a lot. And I just.
But what I was talking about was that it was Tales. It was Thomas Q. Jones who's on Brothers.
Okay,
Johnson. And it was the dude from the New Edition. No, hold on. It was Tales.
Well, anyway, she need to get out that man house at the end of the day. I just feel like just let it go. You ain't got to fight every battle. I feel like you got to be very selective. And I would just let this one go. I would just let it go and move on.
Elijah Kelly is his name. So it was Elijah Kelly and Thomas Q. Jones were 2 dudes kind of fighting over Draya and everything.
Okay.
They were brothers too.
Ugh.
And it was she did a decent job, man. She did a decent job, but she's still a bopper. It's all good. All right. We gonna allow Drake this week. We put a foot in his back last week. I'm gonna come back to Drake suing Degrassi when he to get out the wheelchair. But I do want the record to state that is a fact. Let's go M.I.A. here, yo. M.I.A. is saying a lot of stuff. M.I.A., if y'all remember Paper Planes, she's also on Swagger Like Us as well. For those people that may not know who she is, because she has not been at least stateside music wise popping. Like not with the popping, just not in the main zeitgeist.
I find it difficult that when people make it, they always fucking turn around and thank Beyonce, because that's bullshit. And enough is enough. I'm fucking coming for everyone now, because no. The success of all that shit always stems from God motivating me to get the fuck up out of bed and write some fucking songs. And then it changed so many people's destinies. And all these people are multi-millionaires, really successful. Even, Azealia Banks could be talking about how I need to bleach my skin to be accepted in the music world, and that's why no one's fucking supporting me, is because I'm fucking dark skinned, can fuck off, because even her music career started with Diplo, who I fucking put on the map. So fuck all of them, fuck all these bitches, and even Adele, it's like fucking guns out for this bitch, because she's retired now, but her career would not exist if I hadn't made Jonathan Dickens into a manager who is her manager. She signed to XL because of me. Nick Huggett was my A&R who signed her. And this bitch, when she gets an award, she thanks Beyonce. And I'm sick and tired of all of these fucking women who don't want to give respect to me because I'm a brown woman in music. Had I been Jewish, black, or anything else, I would not be going through this, and that is facts. If I was white, black, or Jewish. Because you know why? I have been taking the fucking high road for 20 years. And so this is why I think now it's peak. It's peak because this is not about ego. This is about recognizing God. This is why it was very important for me not to compromise myself on many things, like keeping my clothes on and not promoting sex and doing all these other things. There was a reason. So when people use me, then get up to the top and thank fucking Satan, it fucking pisses me off. Yeah, swords out. Swords out. Wow, God picked this random fucking Sri Lankan who was completely incapable. So incapable, no musical training, can't sing, doesn't look good. Didn't have the right fucking hair and nails and all the rest of it, or whatever it fucking takes for you to fucking accept a pop star. Like, none of it. I had none of it. None of it. Or she's so like, nah. She's like, so much ego. She thinks she's all that. Like, she thinks da 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 da. But this is why they managed to keep the brown girl in the music industry, which still has the sound that everybody has and still generates careers out of, and never gives me credit. They can't empower God. This is why Adele has to get on the podium and thank Beyonce, when actually she did it because of my manager, my label, my A&R, and all of the shit I created for her to exist. I can name the list of all the people. Beyonce herself changed her career to becoming more radical and radicalized and politicized after Borders. You can check your timeline. But she will never say, oh, M.I.A. inspires me. She will never say that.
You can pause it. You'll stop it.
And all of them got to get away with it because they just keep getting praised by the same fucking system that destroys me. Because
we need to pause. All right, pause. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's it. Okay, we can dissect this really quick.
All right, go ahead.
I think it's interesting how people, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Adele, whomever else that is a, you know, at the top of their game, the negative impact that the, you know, like the and when people are always gonna have something to say. The interesting thing about M.I.A. is how she just projected everything, every insecurity that she has onto these people.
100%.
And so I'm like, you know,
I was with her up until she said brown girl, but then said if she was black, that doesn't make it doesn't
make sense.
I was with her with like what she was saying. I was like, okay, Okay, and then she said, "Yeah,
I'm
Mr.
not even sure that I'm with her because listen. I have like M.I.A t-shirts. Like I was a M.I.A fan. Like, but when you say that, oh, I promoted something different, bitch. Gang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang-a-langa is Purple Haze is the next line. No, you're not. Like you talking about drugs and shit. You was quirky. It was a sound at that time that nobody had heard, which is what made you popular. And it wasn't like M.I.A was even mainstream like that until Paper Planes. I'm not gonna like y'all don't know Sun Showers or anything like that. So it was that song, that beat that was that crossed over for Paper Planes because nobody, the average person, did not know who M.I.A was. It was like she popped on the scene. So what's happening is that your ego is so bruised and upset, and you have whatever insecurity. Because don't forget, you said, like, I'm a Sri Lankan girl. I had no musical training. I'm brown. I can't sing. I didn't have this look or that look. Okay. For the time that you had you did have some level of worldwide success. When she hopped on Swagger Like Us, when they sampled Paper Planes on Swagger Like Us, when she performed at the Grammys, you was about to pop. You were pregnant. And then it was like, we never really heard from you after that. I don't know. You was dealing with some.
She dropped a whole bunch of albums. I'm looking at her thing now. She dropped like 4 albums after that.
I'm not privy to it.
She dropped.
Also, sometimes people get. She kind of one of them aluminum foil hats people. Now I know she dropped a clothing line this year that was supposed to repel, 5G waves or whatever.
Oh, she's one of those folks.
Yes. And so, I think it's crazy how Beyonce, Adele, the fact that she even bought up Azealia Banks is crazy.
It was interesting, the Diplo thing, because that was the dude that brought her in the game, because that was her boyfriend.
Yeah. So she's saying that, okay, these people are successful, or more so, particularly Beyonce just catching strays. Beyonce catching strays. You clearly have beef with Adele. That is where your beef is. And is that
the main thing you think? You think it's really?
Yeah, it's the Adele thing, because how you mad that Adele thanked Beyonce, and it wasn't even. She's talking about when Adele won Album of the Year over Beyonce, and it's like Adele is saying she enjoyed this album. It wasn't like, oh, I thank Beyonce because Beyonce. It wasn't like that.
You know what? You're right. I'm just thinking about it. You're right. You're 100% correct. Because they both from London. They came up in that kind of scene around. Yep, that's her beef.
That my manager,
Adele.
Yeah, I introduced you to my manager or whatever. I put my manager on you. I put my A&R on you. Blah 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 blah. So you mad because this girl that could sing? Because don't forget, you said you couldn't. That only gets you so far. You see where Britney Spears is. You see what they did to her.
Yeah.
And you still was able to still transcend a lot of the bullshit. You were still putting out albums. Again, I wasn't privy, but based on what you're saying. So I'm like, okay, what is it? It's not like Beyonce is saying to these people, oh, you have to worship in order. Some people can just admire people. People can acknowledge how somebody has influenced their career. We're not ever gonna, just like how people are mad now that I think it was what magazine just named Beyonce the artist of like the 21st century. I think it was like Variety or Billboard or somebody. And they said the reasoning why, yes, Taylor has sold more numbers than her. But it's because Beyonce has transcended so many decades. Beyonce been in the game for like 30 years. So we're not going to deny her work ethic. And so somebody could, alone on that is, we've had men say Beyonce's work ethic made me want to go harder at whatever area that is. If there were, it was like a football player that said that. Mm-hmm. So I don't really think that her beef is necessarily with Beyonce. I think it's also, I think M.I.A. at one point was on Rock Nation. Ooh. What you mad about? Beyonce ain't on Rock Nation. You ain't said shit about Rihanna. It's a lot of artists that have been on Rock Nation. Bridget Kelly. All these people.
All those labels, it's been a lot of people.
You say what?
All those labels, it's been a lot of people.
It's been a lot of people. Beyonce's was on Columbia. And I think, and if she's still with Columbia, I know Parkwood is a division of that, the label that she owned. So it's like, girl, what are you really saying? You need to go talk to your therapist and check your ego at the door. Because you mad because ain't nobody giving you credit. Maybe you don't have the impact that you thought you had, boo-boo. And this isn't because I'm a Beyonce fan. Like I just said, I fuck with M.I.A., but this is just weird.
The beef is
and I also feel like low-key that clip might be old, but I can't remember. I feel like I saw her. Maybe she just be bitching about shit a lot.
You think that's old?
I don't know. I could be making that up. I feel like I saw her yelling about something else.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
She be yelling. She just be in her feelings, and it don't make sense.
Nope, 3 days ago.
Yeah, okay.
We on time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 3 days ago she dropped this, so we on point. You know, we ain't behind like with the Popeyes when we're already got.
That Popeye ones was still funny though.
Oh, it was still funny, and people still laughed at it, so it still don't even matter. But I get. It's a hard thing, man, and because you could think about it. Like, think about if you kind of fostered a certain kind of thing, like because M.I.A. came out way before Adele, right? Bless you.
Thank you. Yes.
But she came out way before Adele, right?
I'm gonna say a little bit before because Chasing Payments. What was that? 18. That was her first album. Then it was 21. Because Chasing Pavements was, I definitely was in college.
The first M.I.A. album, I think it was 2006. I think when I looked before.
And then look at Adele's first album. I think it was either 18 or 19.
Hold on. So M.I.A. Her first album, the one before the big one, is 2005. The big one is Kala in 2007.
But what is Adele's album?
Yep, Adele. Her first album. Damn, he's got long ass pages. 2008.
Yeah. So just a little bit before.
So, and I wonder, I mean, she maybe, I mean, and she feels, she probably, and there's a part of me that understands and feels rightly so that you feel that anger. Because if you did put them on these different people and you did put people in position and nobody gives you your props, and I'm wondering if it's a thing of like, dude, you won't even call me just in some general shit. Like, you act like I don't exist. But the thing is, and she said it somewhat in there, that the music business is fucked up, and you should have kind of knew that in general. Maybe that these relationships were just surface based from the beginning, and y'all was maybe rolling together doing stuff in the UK or whatnot. But maybe this was all transactional. You didn't know, but now you know, and you could kind of move from that, And I get her feeling some type of way, but I don't know why Beyonce's catching strays. But I feel for her though. Like I really do feel for her because I can imagine you being in a position like that and like you hooked up everybody, putting people in position, and motherfuckers won't even give you a holler back on some just what's cracked, like just to see how you doing.
But that's unfortunately, like you said, that's
the music industry.
It's just the music industry, and that's a lot of industries.
Yeah.
So it's sad, but also it's like your anger is directed at the wrong people. Like you mad at whatever those two homeboys, like those two men are.
You're a Diplo.
Maybe you feel like you should get a percentage of a finder's fee. I don't know, but at some point,
and I just didn't like to think of like a brown girl in this industry, like, and I you know
that makes sense, but it's not like.
But I get it because traditionally in music, nobody's really ever seen a Far East girl or a girl from India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh over there really be super successful. Get that, 100%.
I would say depending on
in the U.S. If we and that's where most people want to blow up is here. Let's just be for real. It don't matter if you big over in Sri Lanka. Think about how many artists like
because that's what Bollywood, because Bollywood makes so much fucking money.
But that don't matter. You want to be number one in the U.S.
I get that, but sometimes that's just not your story.
Right. But she grew up in the U.K. too, so we got to separate her a little bit from that. She is Western. She wanted to be big. Them UK artists want to be big in the U.S.
Yes, but she had her moment.
But the moment, for whatever reason, isn't here, and she looks at it and feels some type of way about it. And maybe, and I there's so many different pieces. It because she has jumped out the window on Adele. I'm just wondering if there's a thing like Adele won't even holler at her and give her this in general flowers. But at the same time,
why does Adele owe her?
But at the same time, though, Dom, man, when you do something for somebody, you shouldn't do it for the reason of them getting accolades. If I just do something for you, I just do it for you.
Exactly.
And my karma or whatever, I just paid it forward for you, man. Whatever. You ain't gotta
listen. That's like my situation where I'm like, oh, so and so, I saved you. No, it's like, okay, get your shit together so you can be able to stand on your own 2 feet and move it along. Mm-hmm. This was here for the moment. This is what happened. Let's move on. I don't need that. God did whatever he did and put me here for whatever reason. I don't understand it. But I'm not going to block my blessing being a dick. So, I don't know. Just weird. It's weirdo behavior. And maybe somebody, some blog or somebody will call her for an interview and maybe, break down and investigate a little further. Maybe she and Adele were best friends. And then Adele, she put Adele on and then that's it. But I don't know. It's definitely cringe.
Yeah, because it's like, man, like I said, I understand that vitriol, but when you're doing something for somebody, you just got to do it. Mm-hmm. And you would love the prop. I mean, and maybe you don't. Just You did it for them. They was in the move. They took that moment. They did that.
And maybe, you know what it could be? Maybe you didn't get paid out how you could have been. That's what I think about. I was like, it gotta be because if you just think about it, if let's say you did put somebody on and this person became, ended up being a bigger artist than you. As long as your money good, you probably like, shit, that's cool.
She was on Rock Nation too, for the record.
You said what?
He was on Rock Nation for me.
Yeah, she was on Rock Nation. I remember that. And
so, it's kind of sour grapes because how many artists, black, white, whoever, get a chance to come out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums that charted in their life and two mega singles? Not many people get an opportunity for that. So, and you got 1.6 million followers on Instagram.
But and for me, I'm trying to think. You know what? I think that song was on that album. She might have had 3 because the other part is just the other. It's Swagger Like Us is just a sample, but
but I'm saying you got a whole nother song out of it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if like what was it? Live Fast, Die Young, Bad Girls Do It. Well, I think that was on the same album as Paper Planes. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I only knew the Paper Planes joint was my joint. I love that song. But I really never dove into her music.
But also, that's just kind of what happens on these labels. Like it's one of the things that it's a gamble. It's a gamble that you take in.
I mean, it's interesting. I hope not Adele. M.I.A. just lets this shit go on. Don't go on no more rants and stuff because it's not going to do anything for anybody, and it's not going to do anything. I mean, Adele and them, and it's not because they're big or anything like that. It just does. Even if everything you are saying is true, it ain't going to change nothing.
Yeah, it's not. And that's the thing. It's just like, I think we get so caught up on past experiences and different things that have happened that we can't change. And I'm kind of in the space of, okay, what can we do going forward? Like, how can we make this better? So it's like, okay, you got niggas out here suing niggas, for rap beefs. If you feel like you were shortchanged on something, can we look at a potential lawsuit? What are we doing?
You know what? I want to kick Drake back in some more. Drake, y'all.
I'm just saying. I was just saying.
I thought you was teeing me up. I thought you was teeing me up.
I'm wondering if for real, it's a money thing. Like financially, you feel like your finances should be looking different. Like I said, everybody ain't buying your radioactive, anti-radioactive, clothing. Though there was a jacket that was dope, that trench coat. But I was like, I'm not giving you this. I can't prove that this worked. So, I hope you find peace, girl. I hope you find peace.
All right, y'all. This is another episode of Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Don, where can they hit you up at?
Y'all can hit me up on the TikTok, the Instagram, the YouTube. I wanted to give you an update on the situation with the short guy.
Oh,
yes, hit me up.
Go for it.
I just wanted to tell y'all, I forgot to tell y'all how he bragged about losing his virginity to Pretty Ricky's Blue Stars.
Don't even know that song. I just know Pretty Ricky.
It is an album. The name of their first album is Blue Stars.
I know, but I'm saying, he was playing that album. I thought it was the name of a song.
No, that's the name of the album. And I sat there and I was like, you think that's supposed to impress me that you got my
And why are you talking about that in general in a conversation?
And so here's the flip side, because so me and my sister-in-law was sitting there and he was like, I was 13, I lost my virginity to like a 19 or 20-year-old. I said, so you got molested? And he was like, no, I didn't. I said, you got molested, baby. You did. And Chantel was like, yeah, you did. And so I was like, into Pretty Ricky. And I was like, and he was very adamant about it. I was just like, okay. I told his homeboys, I said, when y'all might wake up to a text message from him where his reality says it because of what I said. But
Yeah,
also Pretty Ricky. I'm supposed to be happy that some nigga in the background was saying, age ain't nothing but a number. It ain't nothing but a number. No, that doesn't turn me on, boo. What are you doing? And that's where I left your little ass where you at. And with that said, this has been another episode of Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Daryl, where can the people subscribe and see you?
Yeah, just come anything SOLC Network around the web. We are on the TikTok, IG, Facebook, SOLC Network everywhere. And if you go to SOLC Network's page on YouTube, you can go and look at all the shows and subscribe. Don's show is on there as well. You can go there and subscribe to her and all the shows in there. And I've just started SLC Network clips, shorts page just with all the shorts from all the shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, the shorts will be on everybody's stage, like they'll be on Don's page, be on our page, other pages. But because some people just want to watch shorts, so I'm just gonna put all the shorts on there for all the shows, and they'll be categorized on there too.
Okay, that's fair. I like that.
Yeah, so that's only got 6 subscribers, but it's all good.
That's cool.
Yeah. But thank y'all for listening as always. We'll be back next week. Peace.